What's up YouTube, it's Louis here. I hope you're all well. What a crazy turn of events for the whole crypto space. Please do check out today's Bitcoin update. It's so important going forward for Hbar. There's a certain level we need to see Bitcoin hold today if we want Hbar to actually hold this low. So yeah, it is an emergency update. As you can see, this unexpected dump has taken us below this support, the 1 fib level that we originally had. I will have to get the bearish targets again. So here you go. For now, I'm just going to get rid of this because we have the golden pockets already. Let me just move this. So over here, we have this golden pocket, which we should never have lost, guys. And that's why we essentially came down and we were playing with this 1 fib level, 5.7 cent. And we were saying, as long as we're holding above 5.7 cent, we're not going to get this bearish scenario to 4.5, to 4, and to 3 cents. But we were saying, since having these new lows, we were saying over here that these were not significant enough of a breakout. Right now we have this low, okay, so it gave us a new low. So essentially you have this low and this low. It's a new range. You could even drag this box down all the way to here now. I won't, because it's just going to get too confusing. So I will leave this line here. This is your key support. This is your last defense. You can see you're already below it during the night. So if we do see a daily close below 5.5 cent, unfortunately, guys, you will have validated this 1618 target much lower. I will get you some more updated fibs from this low to this high over here. Right, I'll have to move the old ones quickly. So here we go. If we zoom in, get it exact. We're at the 1 fib level right now. We know this is the lowest point. So if we're closing below the lowest point, we have some targets to the downside. Over here, your 1618, 5 cent, and in around 4.5 to 4 cent, which we know anyway. So yeah, that is only going to happen if we're closing below 5.5 cent. It looks like it really wants to do so, but I urge you guys to actually head over to today's Bitcoin update, which yeah, I'll actually just show you right now over here on Twitter. So we need to hold a 2017 high. Make sure you're following my Twitter, Louis_crypto. Only 29 followers needed till we're at 1.5k followers, but we will be doing a giveaway. Thank you guys for helping me reach 4,000 subscribers. We were only at 200 last year. So yeah, really appreciate all the continued support on the channel, especially in these times of needs right now with Bitcoin taking a poop and Hbar taking a poop. It's really important now that since breaking out of this for Bitcoin, we need to hold it as support. Otherwise it becomes a fake out. There's more detail on this in today's Bitcoin update. There's way more new supports as well, more specific levels. So go check it out. But yeah, this daily close for Bitcoin is important for the entirety of crypto. You can see by holding this, Hbar will hold this level. If Bitcoin closes below that, essentially Hbar won't hold this level anymore, and we will revalidate. It's awful, guys, because you can see that the one thing you never want to do is break back into a pattern. You see that when we broke out over here, you held it as support and you did it again for a second day in a row. But by being under the EMAs, I did warn that the EMAs itself is saying that it wants to go lower. We really need to see this hold as support because these are higher lows. Otherwise, it's back down to this. Go check out yesterday's update. We were explaining about this scenario where because we didn't hold 6.1 cent, the EMAs, as they were saying multiple times in the past, over here we should have gone down, over here we should have lost the low, over here we were meant to lose the low, even over here we were meant to lose the low. We were going through all of these points yesterday. Over here, that was a signal to lose the low, but it weren't working. And what is crazy, again, we are in a manipulated market. We need to remember that the bear market is a manipulation market, and it looks like they really have manipulated us here. Essentially, by breaking out, you've validated the bullish pattern. So you validated your inverse head and shoulders patterns target. So the patterns target would be between here and here. And you move that to the breakout. Okay, that's around 9.5 cent. 9 to 9.5 cent. Let's just say the 200 daily EMA, sorry. So that would have been your target because we validated that pattern by closing above this line and actually confirming it as support. However, we were warning yesterday, really what you want to do is hold the EMAs, which we did not do. By losing the EMAs, that's a signal as all of these last previous times that you should break the low. It looks like this time it actually may be working. We will see if it works with the daily close. It's all about today's daily close. This has got a long time to go, guys. 11.5 hours specifically, or at the time of recording, of course. Yeah, it's just midnight GMT for me. And just check that what time that is for you. But yeah, we really need to see this hold, 5.5 cent hold. But an even more bullish case would be if we could completely reclaim 5.7 cent. But truly, guys, you should have never gone back into the pattern. It means that this move to the upside was fake. We were warning of that potential scenario because we were actually meant to hold 6.1 cent. We were saying in yesterday's update. But unfortunately, because of that, the last layer of defense is 5.7 cent. It's like what we're saying with Bitcoin over here. The main goal today is to close to close a daily candle above 19.6k. Otherwise, it's back to 18.6k with a much bigger risk of losing the lows, validating the bearish scenarios. Hbar is literally just like a step ahead, essentially. By closing below this, it was a signal, as mentioned yesterday, to come back to this. And this should hold as long as Bitcoin's holding up above 19.6k. But look, you've gone a level even further down, which is down here. So this is specifically literally the lowest point. You can't lose this now. If you lose it, it's KO. We're going down. That is just fact now. So we need to wait for, we'll just play it by the daily closes. That's all you can do right now. Everything is day by day. I've been telling you this for months. When everyone's asking for what's your end of year target in 2025, I always say I never give dates. There's no point of giving dates. The only time you can give dates is when you're coming into an apex of a pattern. So essentially we were saying we're going to get a break before the 12th of November. You're never going to get this target will be hit on this date. That's impossible. You can say a breakout can happen when you're coming into the apex. So you know that before this date, it will break out. It's not saying, when you break out on this date, it's going to go to this target on that date. And that's absolute nonsense if you ever listen to anyone saying they have dates for targets. So we of course have all these bullish targets, but everything's day to day, as we know, because on this channel we always look at both scenarios. We don't want to be left in disbelief. That's why we look at both scenarios so we don't get caught out. Of course, when you validate a bullish scenario, you can invalidate it as well. And that's what we're seeing right now. And the worst thing possible, guys, was to come back inside of the pattern, because this pattern, yes, we broke out bullish, but if we're looking at this and zooming out, we're seeing this across all of the coins. And we're on Bitcoin, yeah, that's the most important one, was the head and shoulders and the descending triangle. And you do also see it on Hbar over here. Of course, the descending triangle being this resistance, and this green box is your neckline. Basically, if you lose this box, you're validating the pattern. But by giving us a new low, you have to say, now this is the level. If you lose it, you validated it. But yeah, that target is around 3 cents, guys. This is awful. That's like almost a 50% dump if this were to occur. This would be on all cryptos, by the way. It's not just Hbar. So that's why it's so important for Bitcoin to hold that specific level. Otherwise, this is what we're going to see. So by closing back into the pattern over here, and by closing below the original neckline, we have to say, technically, if we see this close like this, you validated the pattern. But I'm more focused on the daily close below 5.5 cent. Already, guys, if you're closing below the initial place we've been talking about, 5.7 cent, that's a very negative scenario. It's not something that really should be happening. Again, we should never ever close back into the pattern. It's the worst. It's the worst thing that could have happened, guys. But we need to play it by the mother coin, which is Bitcoin. So I'm more focused on Bitcoin for the moment, but you know what to do with Hbar if you're specifically losing this point, 5.5 cent. Go check your charts for the exact level. Actually, on my Binance chart over here, if we look at the L, it says the low. That's the exact price, 5532265. If you see a close below that, we are going down. We are below it right now, so if it closed in 11 hours at this specific price, it means we should see continuation to the downside, although it's not the biggest of breaks. So yeah, I'll make an update on Twitter before the daily candle close. Good luck, guys. Again, all dependent on Bitcoin. Please do check out that update. Please like, subscribe and comment, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Let's do hope that this can reclaim 5.7 cent. But this is all to do with Bitcoin. Thank you. I'll catch you in the next one. And as always, peace.